Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a place where love doesn't fade with time. It grows stronger. Introducing Timeless Together, the YouTube channel dedicated to couples who have discovered that the real love story begins after the honeymoon, after the kids, and after decades of life together. Your hosts, Arnold and Bernice, have shared a lifetime of laughter, lessons, and unwavering commitment. And now, they're opening their hearts and their home to couples who know that marriage isn't just about the early chapters. It's about writing a beautiful ending together. Each episode will bring warm conversations, timeless relationship wisdom, heartfelt stories, and a few good laughs along the way. So, whether you've been married 25 years, 40 years, or even longer, this is your place to celebrate the journey of lasting love. Now, we invite you to sit back, hold your sweetheart's hand, and join Arnold and Bernice as they remind us all that the greatest love stories aren't the ones that start perfectly. They're the ones that last forever. Welcome to Timeless Together.
I just thought about something.
What's that?
The day that our last one left home and we became an empty nester. I remember having some mixed emotion on that. You know, one part of me was, saying, wow, finally, the last one is gone. And now here it is, just Bernice and I. Wow.
Yeah.
But on the other side, I was still feeling a little bit, whoa, wait a minute. You mean the last one is gone? So it was kind of mixed emotion there,
Yeah. I can agree because that moment when it hit me most is, when I'm thinking about, the relationship that I had with the boys. And each of them, the relationship was different, but coming to terms with the last one is getting ready to leave.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with myself now? Because, homeschooling, we had two sets, we know that. Homeschooling, the last set. And by me homeschooling them, they were always in my life. There was never time. I never had time for me.
Yeah.
And then now all of a sudden it's like, what am I going to do? Okay. And then I also thought about us. What are we going to do as parents? We're not parents anymore. So at least, it was just something to think about.
Yeah. And and then, that morning I'm sitting at the table looking over at you and saying, wow, it really just the two of us now. And it was kind of scary because I'm trying to figure out what are we supposed to do?
Yeah, that's true. Likewise, the thoughts come in your mind like, okay, what are we going to talk about? But anyhow, if this sounds familiar to you all, stay right there. This episode is for you.
Yes.
So we welcome you back on Timeless Together. We are Arnold and Bernice, and we are excited to have you all with us on today.
Oh, yes.
Timeless Together is that special, I'm thinking of the word. Environment
Yes.
for senior couples to encourage you and let you know that your life is not over, your marriage is not over, even though things might have shifted and changed.
Sure.
But the best years are yet to come.
Sure it is.
Yes.
Yeah. So listen, today we want to address something that, to be honest with you, it's the least discussed because a lot of folks don't want to bring this in the open. You know,
Right, yeah.
we're talking about, you know, the empty nesters. You know, when that last one leaves home, no one want to really express, you know, how they really felt
Yes.
or what they might have went through during this time. So today we want to just have this honest discussion with you because we encountered this. We encountered that emptiness, and we had some challenges, and that's what we're going to be discussing today. You know, we're going to cover some various different topics here, but that's everything is going to be focused on the empty nesting. You
Yes.
know, now telling you guys how we dealt with it.
Right.
How
truly.
we dealt with it during that season when that last one left home, you know. Yeah, and we want to talk about that other life, you know, after the kids is gone, how our life was afterwards.
Yes.
That we want to discuss that as well today, and how was the environment? You know, did the household shift? You know, how did we feel? You know, now that no kids around, you know, and more importantly, we want to talk to you about how we were able to hold on during that period.
Yes.
Because as I stated earlier, it was some difficult times.
It was.
Some difficult moments.
Yes, it
you know?
was.
And finally today, we want to be able to just give you guys some tips that, you know, things that we gained through that process, that season, you know, that would help you to gently process this and go through it. If you are currently in that season, experience that season, know someone is about to go in that season,
Right.
this is some of the tips that we want to leave with you today as well.
Right. Absolutely. And those are they're going to be some powerful information for you guys. So if you're sitting there now and you say, I thought it was just me. I'm the only one who feeling like this.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not. Rest
not.
assured, there are many who have gone on before you,
Yes.
many who are experiencing it now,
Sure.
and because we have experienced it. So what we want you to do, okay? You're in a beautiful place right now, so just sit back and listen,
Yes.
and hopefully we'll be able to help
Sure.
you gradually and gently
Yes.
move through the emptiness process.
Yes. Yes. And again, we're going to be honest, and again, we're not trying to mask anything.
Right.
We're going to share with you what we actually endured, how it was when that last one left home, you know. So this is going to be the real version, and I want you guys just to listen and honestly assess yourself even in this process.
Right, yeah.
You know, and I believe that what we share and what you assess, I believe it'll be beneficial for you
Yes.
as well. Okay. All right. So listen, we wanted to start, I guess, with how.
The day they left,
The
the day that our last one left
Yeah.
was Joshua. The day that Joshua left,
day
he was
Joshua-
he was a baby. Well, he wasn't a baby.
He's always.
Excuse me.
He's always the baby.
No, don't take it from me. He was not a baby, but he was the youngest
Yes,
of them all.
yes,
Like,
yes.
oh, they're sending the baby away.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
And you know one thing? I'm reminded of. You remember with our grandson? He would look at this little television thing
Yeah.
about the little birds.
Okay.
About how 5 of them were like on the limb, and one flew away. There were 4. Then another, there were 3.
Yes.
Another one, 2. Then eventually were 1.
Sure.
But the difference in that was they started coming back.
Right.
So this mother bird, they had an empty nest for a little while,
Yeah, yeah.
but then eventually they started coming back. But you know, thankfully, you know, our situation with our children, you know, there's a process that they're in our lives, and when it's time for them to go, they go out, and it's a blessing to know that they're out there to start their lives.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, but it was quite different because we knew that once they're gone, they're
Yeah.
not coming back.
Right. Yeah.
So it was, again, some mixed emotion. As I stated on the onset, there was some jubilation because now I'm saying, you know, wow, it's just the 2 of us we had children in our lives all these years, so now it's just the two of us. See, now we can enjoy the peace and serenity, the quietness of not having to raise children anymore.
Yeah,
You know?
just like you say,
Yeah.
when we say all of our lives, that's what we mean. Because if you guys haven't looked at the first episode, how it all began,
Introduction.
go back
Yes.
and because we started as teenagers,
Sure, we did.
and when we got married, we had
A child.
a child. So that's what I mean. When we raised
From the
kids
beginning.
from the beginning.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
So again, when Joshua, which was the last one, when he left, there was some mixed emotion on my part. I was kind of jubilant, but then the other side of it was saying, "Wow, this is it. This is the last one." But I didn't really express the jubilant to Bernice. I kind of kept that contained because I'm not sure how she felt. But like I said, the baby was leaving, so I didn't want to express the full jubilation. I'm happy that this is it. But I didn't think Bernice saw it that way.
Yeah. So all actuality, when it came down to my part, I was excited for him. That is, that he has gotten to that place where he can leave home, and preparation was there.
Sure.
But on the other side of it, I was grieving because the concern was now he's going out there in the world. And would he be able to, would he be able to make it? I know he was going to be able to make it, but that maternal part is still saying, but that's my baby.
Yeah.
And would he be okay? And so it was more like a grieving process for me that I was going through. But I never felt the jubilance like you did.
Yeah. And I believe that would kind of create a slight gap between the two.
Yes.
Because again, I was trying to mask my jubilant, but I could sense the grief that Bernice was dealing with, and of course, being a man, I'm trying to fix this. So you know what? I'm trying to say, okay, I need to fill this void, because if this void is not filled, then she's going to be in this different state of mind, and we're not going to have a happy life here. So I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to say, what can I do to make her happy, since her baby, the last one, is now gone, and she didn't really want me to fix it.
No,
she just wanted to say, let me grieve this process through.
Right, yeah.
And for me, that was kind of difficult.
Yeah, because I didn't need you to fix it.
Yes.
Because how you were fixing it, it was like masking or pretending that nothing happened. And something dramatic happened in my life. And all I wanted you to do is just to be there, just to listen, just to accept, and just allow me to have that time to process what was happening in my life.
Yes.
Because it was just something different,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And this is where I know I failed in that area, And you're listening right now. You might be in that same situation. Dad, you may say, "Hey, wow, this is it. I'm so happy. The last one is gone."
Right.
And Mom is saying, "Whoa, wait a minute. I lost my baby."
Oh.
So
This
this
is
is
vice
oh,
versa.
vice
too.
versa.
Yes,
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
So here's the connection here. In other words, I believe that it took me a while to understand that, and that was my mistake. Of course, I'm being open now.
Yeah.
I made that mistake of trying to say, let me fix it to make it better and to get her to get over this grieving process. My admonishment is, do this. Listen to one another. Understand how each one of you are feeling concerning this.
Yeah.
And respond in that way. In other words, don't say, "Hey, you know what, get over it." In other words, or say, "You ought not be glad that our last one is left home."
Yeah.
But understand the two of you have different emotion in this, and respect that emotion. So that's my fault on that one. So I'm passing it off to you, that perhaps you won't make the same mistake.
Right, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so overall that was the beginning of it.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure,
But then now we had to move in to what?
Identifying ourselves,
Making
right?
our yeah.
Because now we're trying to find out who we are,
Yeah.
because the children were our lives.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've been, as Bernice stated earlier, they've been in our lives from the very inception, so to speak, of the marriage. So now we're trying to figure out, okay, who are we now without the children? And that was kind of difficult itself.
It was, because everywhere you turn, but at least when it comes down to you, you did have that little, when you go to work, it was like a separation from them.
Sure.
Okay. But I'll say that, like I said, it was different with our first sex. Our first two sons, they went to public school.
Right,
So I had that time alone and also time to work.
Sure.
But when we had the second set, we made a determination we were going to homeschool them. Every morning I wake up, they were there. Everywhere I went, they were there. So I had to say, okay, well, how can I fix my life or find time for me? Okay, because even if one is settled, it's gonna be the next one gonna say, "Hey, mom," and if you got two, then "Hey, mom," and then it goes like a roller coaster thing over and over and over again.
So in essence, your identity was definitely wrapped up.
I had no identity. Matter of fact, that's the point. I lost my identity because it was all swallowed up with my kids and also with you.
Sure.
Because during that time you were in the military,
Right.
and so it was hard. I didn't know who Bernice was. I had to give Bernice up for the sake of my family.
Sure.
Some people say, well, yeah, but at that time it was necessary.
Sure.
Yes.
So the empty nest season, this season in which you're experiencing, could be experiencing, it is actually a good season for resetting. A good season now to get back on track to identify you and identify your spouse.
Right. Yeah.
Because again, as Bernice stated and I stated, we didn't have time to identify ourselves nor our relationship because we were surrounded by and our children, embracing them, trying to raise them up.
Right.
So in this season now, what we're saying as an empty nester, it's time to rebuild that identity.
Yeah. Yes.
Understand yourself now.
Yeah.
Understand the relationship. All right, because guess what? This is the season right now. Nothing is lost, though. Nothing is lost because again, the greatest gift that was given to you. You're giving it back. You're giving it back to society now. So guess what? Now it's time for you to build you and your relationship along with your spouse. Yeah.
But it wasn't that easy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It gradually happened in our lives because as you say, you was thinking who I was and I was like, who is this guy here?
Exactly.
I know I love him, but I don't know him.
Don't know.
So then our conversation was like awkward.
Yes.
Because imagine, I was sitting at the table and the boys somewhere, they were always there. So if we are having dinner or we are playing family games or we looking at television, it was always, them because we communicated together, but it was always inclusive of the kids around.
Sure.
So now when they all are gone, and we're sitting and we're saying, now, what are we going to talk about?
Right.
Because
it
was never a quiet moment.
Exactly.
You see,
Yeah. So that's another challenge. That is another challenge. But thank God we were able to work through that. And as you're listening, perhaps you might be encountering the same thing, or someone is. In other words, that's normal. Because think about it, as we stated, the children was always there. So you didn't think about, okay, how do I relate to this spouse now? How do I be able to communicate with her on that level? Because why? You didn't have to in the past.
No, and I guess we always felt that by us being there, we just fill in. Our life is supposed to fill in a certain way, not understanding that when it's going to shift.
Sure.
So it's like, okay, now we got to start dating all over again to say, well, who is this person? What is something about him? This, or does he like this? Or something we start to start asking questions
Sure.
and stuff. So
Yeah. And that was something we definitely encountered because I didn't really know who he was.
right. And then the thing about it is, you get to the place where you're like, I don't want him to know that I really don't know him. So you're like, I'm not going to say that. Maybe I'll find something out. Let me go and, I'm just going to just listen. And because you didn't talk a lot, it didn't help me out a lot.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah. So again, that was indeed a challenge for us, but we were able to make it through that process.
Right.
And we encourage you that if you're in this season right now, don't feel frustrated.
No.
Understand that this is the process that you must go through now to re-identify yourself and your relationship with your spouse. Wow. So understand that, don't kick yourself. Don't feel like it's all over. We'll never know each other again.
Right, yeah.
Oh man, you don't understand. This is the perfect time.
Right.
There is no interference now.
Yeah.
It's just the two of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, because sometimes it's easy, because after you struggle so much and easy. Well, I think maybe we have fulfilled our purpose, and so he go his way and I go mine, but that's not the solution to it. There's always, in other words, that I feel that chapter is like reading a book. Once you read one chapter, you go to the next chapter, but then when you come to that final page in the book, we close the book. But after we close the book, we just don't say, well, now that's it. No, what you do, you get another book.
Absolutely.
And you start opening, because this other book, you don't know what the book is all about. So that's just like how that's like how our lives are. We go through seasons.
Sure.
So now when we're in the empty nest season, that means that final book that we were looking is closed. Now we open the book titled The Empty Nest. And we don't know what all that's going to be about, but we know that it's going to be something beautiful.
Something great.
And something that we have never experienced before. That's the key thing about it,
And we're living that season right now. And it's actually exciting.
It is.
It's like exciting because we still every now and then reflect back on when the kids were in our lives. And,
right.
But now we're enjoying a season now. So wow, I would often share with Bernice early on in life. I said, you know what? Our retirement years are going to be the glorious years. In other words, these will be the years that we're no longer working, we're no longer raising kids. And you know what? We're actually living that.
We're living it.
We're living the glorious years.
And the blessing part about they come and they visit, and the grandkids come and we spend time with the grandkids, and we love them so dearly.
Sure.
And when they leave, and we say we love you guys.
Back to our freedom once again.
Back to what we do best right now, But baby, remember now, even though we find ourselves, and we were trying to locate who we were and stuff, remember how the house felt? The house, oh my goodness, we had to make a lot of adjustments also.
The environment changed dramatically. Wow, I could remember, because again, we had all boys, and my background, I'm military, so I was all about, hey, you know what, everything got to be dressed. And, dealing with boys, it was totally different. So there was a certain level of discipline that I had to impose to ensure that, hey, everything remained dressed. So, when they left, for me to walk through the room and see that everything was in order, man, it felt a little bit strange for me. Because I'm saying, wow, I'm used to saying, hey, pick that up, put that in order, make this straight. I'm no longer have to say that. So it changed. The environment was different. It was totally different for me. you know.
Yeah, it sure was.
yeah.
And you had those, okay, you're going to have inspection. I'm like, oh my God. The boys, they hated that.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm going to check this. And they're like, oh, but now, believe it or not, they are, that part, even though they didn't like it, but now that's a part of their lives.
Yep.
You know, we did have several of them who did pursue the military, and then the ones who didn't, but they still had that background of saying, okay, everything got to be dressed right, or every now and then talk, but Daddy says this and Daddy says the other stuff.
Yeah. So,
But
So the environment actually had changed a great deal, you know. But hey, it was great. It was still great. But again,
and also the grocery. This was really fun because you know we were used to shopping for a large family.
This was a family of 7, you know.
And buying certain items that they like.
Sure.
So here it is, the two of us. You go into the store buying the exact same, the cereal, and I don't eat cereal. Buying the cereal and the Pop-Tarts and all the stuff like that. And just to realize, who's going to eat this stuff?
I wonder why the grocery bill's not going down.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
And then even with the cooking, you know, because it took me a while to make that adjustment to just cook for the two of us.
Exactly.
And also that means that when I cook, I still cooked for like a full family, and we had leftovers. We could
the dreaded leftovers.
It was leftovers, you know. So
surely, So it took some adjustment there for sure.
yeah.
Thank God we made it through that adjustment period, you know.
Because it was sort of funny.
Yeah.
And then also I remember many days being in the house alone and just listening to the quietness. Just the quietness. I would just walk in the room and I was just looking at the memory just was just, the memory just was just come and just go and stuff like that. And and sometimes I would just sit and I would just cry. And then a part of me was like, okay, but they're okay, they're all right. Then when you come home, I'm like, okay. Then it goes on and on. But then eventually, I started getting better, okay? And then not having them there to like, hey, can you get me this? Or can you do this? That was another thing that I struggle with a lot, you know.
So there were some adjustments, several adjustments, you know, and some of you can relate to this. I know you can. So understand that this is that season. This is that season. So if you feel a bit awkward about it, you know, trust me, that is normal how you feel.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but it's just a process. It's just like when you said over time, and she was able to get through this process, and likewise with me. So like anything else, I think the saying says, in other words, if you do something for 10 to 12 days, now that habit becomes an actual a way of life, a part of you. So like when you said she grieved for several days, in other words, she'll go there in that space and begin to just, you know, weep concerning that. But over time she realized, okay, listen, this has happened. This was necessary to happen. So she adapted daily, all right, to me be able to move forward. So I encourage you.
And all that time, what were you doing?
Well, I didn't express it like you thought I would.
He was behind the scene, probably saying, "Oh,
yeah, but I
could use this space."
Yeah, but I did. You know, and for the most part, I did utilize the space. I think that was a part of me, you know, overcoming that grief. Yeah. So yes.
Yeah, but the main thing, you know, even in that process, we had to hold on to our faith.
Yeah, and that was essential.
That was the defining factor in getting over this.
Yeah, and it was our faith that helped us through, because you know, even though I didn't express any, you know, outward grief to you, I was more or less, you might have seen jubilation, but as I shared, there was still some grief, because again, it felt as though we did in fact lost someone. when the last child left, you know. But through our faith, you know, we were able to pray and trust and
Right.
believe that. As,
Yeah.
as Bernie said earlier, she was
Yeah.
always wondering, how's he making it? Is he, you know, can he do it on his own? You know, so through prayer, we was able to find that solace, you know, saying, okay, he's okay, he'll be okay. And so we just admonish you like it was with us, and I'm praying and trusting that your faith is paramount to you as well. So incorporate prayer in this process, in this season, that you may be able to make it through this process. you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, there's a positive part about it. The positive side is that what happened to us, even though initially, because we weren't balanced, it pushed us apart.
Yes. Yeah.
But after we started, getting the conversation and understanding and accepting and giving each other that grace period to do to feel what they need to feel, we started coming back together. So then we found ourselves getting closer than we've ever been before.
Yeah.
Not that we did not, miss the kids,
Right,
love
right.
or didn't love our children,
Sure.
but I believe that's the healing process came back. It was completed.
It was.
Because now you say we were wounded, we were, like that. But then now I believe God allowed us to be healed and bring us back together and say now we're creating. I'm creating something new with you guys, and now we can actually look and see. We're actually living proof of the newness, the thing that God have done in our lives.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So just like with us, if this is your season, and we're speaking to your season right now, all right, rest assured, in other words, this is a process, and you must go through this process. And as you go through this process, incorporating the fact that, we can't do it alone.
Right.
We have to incorporate our faith in this, because, Mom, you might just be really grieving, or Dad, you might just be really grieving because of the last one that's left home.
Yes.
All right. Know this, in other words, the two of you can make it through this, but bring it together as one now. Understand each other emotional feeling at this point in time, and embrace that. Embrace that. Don't say, hey, as I was thinking in the back of my mind during Bernie's process, hey, come on, let's go, let's get over this.
Yeah.
That's not the approach that you want to take, because what it'll do is just slow down the process of you guys being able to heal much quicker.
Right.
So understand each other during this process, and know that, guess what? You did something great by raising that last one to be able to send him or her on the way.
Yes.
And guess what? You ought to be proud of yourself in doing so. All right? Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So listen, we just want to leave you, as I stated, with some practical
Good
tips.
tips. Yes.
Because again, I believe that what we endured and what we survived, all right, I think we can just pass it on, and I think you guys can be able to benefit from it.
Right, yeah. And then also they may have, some of you guys who are watching now, you all may have some tips that you guys applied to your process when you were going through. Just share it, with us, and then also other couples who may need it, because these are just some of the things that we apply for our lives. Not saying that it's a one size fits all,
by no means.
Yeah, but
Yeah, and the first one, I believe I touched on it a little bit earlier, but in other words, in this process, in this season, give each other permission to express how they feel, during this process, and allow them that grace. And don't pressure them like I did with Bernice. I want to pressure her to say, hey, come on, let's get over this, let's go on. So by all means, give each other permission, all right, to express how you feel during the season. All right?
Yeah. And the second thing you guys can do, plan something together, even if it's something small. It could just be like a little date night, or you walking outside, or just spending that time together, just connecting with each other. Because this is it helped the bonding process, and also help you feel a little bit more comfortable and relaxed.
Sure.
And adjusted to knowing that it's okay.
It is.
It's okay that what we are going through, that we can embrace, we can celebrate.
Sure.
It's nothing bad,
not.
you know.
It's not.
It's nothing bad about that,
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And I believe I touched on this one as well earlier, but I want to just put an emphasis on again as a tip. All right. Find that space for the two of you to create that altar prayer together. It's important because that also galvanizes this bonding process. All right. Because remember now, over the period of time when the kids were there, you guys probably didn't have that opportunity to really bond. So now the kids are gone. Create that altar of prayer where the two of you can grow spiritually as well as naturally. Right?
Yeah, and also be gentle with yourself. Just be gentle with yourself. Just understand that it's a process, and just take your time.
Sure.
However long it take for you too, you know, to go through it. But the key thing is, do it intentionally, because it's not going to happen on its own.
No.
Okay.
No.
If I just sit and just say, okay, well, eventually one of these days I'll be okay. No, I had to intentionally move through it by just, you know, adjusting some things in my life.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's one of the things that you really need to hold on to. Just be intentional about going through it, however long it take you to do it, and you'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah. And another thing, because again, with the children, was always in your life, and the last one, more importantly, all right, you spent most of the time focusing on that particular one, all right? So your conversation was mostly about the children, just
Right,
like
yeah.
in Bernice and I. So now try to find, as Bernice said, intentionally, try to move away from the conversation about the children and now make that conversation between you and your spouse.
Right, yeah.
All right, and begin to build something new. Let the creativity of dreams come forward now. In other words, there's some things that you guys wanted to do early on, but the focus again was on the children.
Right.
Now the children are no longer there. God, let the two of you begin to dream. Okay, what's next? As Bernie said, in the new book, in the new season of your life. All right, begin to build on that. Begin to focus on that.
Right, yeah, that's the key thing. Yeah, and of course, you know that we always have that little couple tip that we want to give to you guys. And matter of fact, we touched bases on it already.
We did.
Just having that just us time.
That's the key.
Yeah, that
That's the
just to take this week. Whenever you're looking at this, okay, take that just us time.
Yeah, it's important.
It's important.
Yeah,
just us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I remember the time when we just kind of packed it one weekend. We went to the North Atlantic beach, right? Yeah, and we just, at a whim, it was just us,
It was just us.
you know, and
But we had to come back.
but it was valuable. It was
Yes,
valuable. So
yeah.
just like Bernice alluded to, that's a great tip that we just want to impart with you guys in this session of the Empty Nesters.
Right, yeah.
Remember, it's just the two of you.
Yes. And of course, we want you guys to know that how much we love you and for taking that time with us. And of course, share this ministry or this YouTube channel, Timeless Together, with a neighbor whose child may be going off to college, or it may be that couple that you know that they're struggling with the empty nest phase. And just let them know, that, hey, I found this YouTube channel, Timeless Together. You got two seasoned, I'm not gonna say old, got two seasoned people talking about the empty nest. And I think this would be something that you guys want to listen to. And of course, share it. We all thank you guys for doing that for us, but that's what helps the ministry to move along and to grow. Yes.
Yeah. So as Bernice alluded to, please go ahead and also subscribe to this channel.
Right, yes.
Hit the notification bell that you guys won't miss any new episode that we will be putting out there, because we believe that Timeless Together is timely. and it's speaking directly to you as senior marriages. So please do that. Tell someone else about this ministry. Tell them, the words. Let them know that, hey, this is maybe an opportunity that you may be able to gain something here, all right, and be able to grow in your senior year of marriage.
Right, yeah. Because we all are growing together.
Yes, we are.
We are. Even though we're on this platform, but there's still so many things that Arnold and I call him Jarv. So every night if you hear me call him Jarv and he call me
Burn.
we still talk about each other.
Yeah.
That we are learning. We have the little hiccups. We
Sure.
have our little moments.
Sure we do.
We're not perfect. We do have our moments.
Yes, we do.
But what we have learned how to do, we have learned in our seasoned years how to adjust, how to accept, how to give grace to each other.
Absolutely.
Okay? And I believe, babe, that next week, our next episode is going to really be touching bases on a lot of those things, because we're going to be talking about how to like you again.
Wow.
How to like
How to like you again.
how to like him again.
That sounds like it's going to be very interesting.
After all, yes.
Yeah,
How to
yeah.
like. So
How
you
to like you.
you guys don't want to miss it.
Yes.
Please come back for the next episode.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
and of course, we want to know, how long you guys were married. If you want to share that, and where you're viewing from.
Yes.
We want to get that little you said that
Connection.
conversation going, the
Yes.
connection going with, and build that community of seniors,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
because
We are
it's
important.
needful.
We are important.
Because seniors are, senior marriages are important.
They are.
Regardless of what society may say, our marriage is not. We're just starting.
Yeah. Because remember, as senior marriages, we're setting the stage
Yes.
for those that are coming behind us. With I don't want to prolong the
It's fine.
program, but
Yes.
we got so many marriages that are failing. The young marriages are failing, because I believe that we as senior marriages, we're not setting the stage for them. We're not giving them the drumbeat to march to. All right. And I believe as we begin to share with them some of the things that we went through as we grew in marriage, I believe that we'll be a great aid to the younger marriages that are coming
Right.
behind us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because being truthful and honest. Because painting a picture of thinking, oh, it's going to be perfect. And when they look at us and they say, okay, when we don't be open and vulnerable, we're giving them the facade that, okay, it's going to be like a fairy tale marriage, and it's not. And you guys can attest to that right now. It is not a fairy tale.
No.
Sometimes there's turbulence sometimes,
Sure.
but when we don't let them know that, and they pattern their marriage after us, and then when the storm comes and slap them side the head,
Yes.
then they don't know what to do, because, well, I never seen mom and dad like that,
Right.
or I never see grandpa and grandpa like that. So this is what Time is Together is all about.
Absolutely.
Okay, that we can be open, and we want you guys to be open to a certain extent.
Sure.
That the younger couple will understand that yes, marriage is beautiful, but it is hard work,
Yes.
and we got to work at it every day.
And the word is intentional.
Yes,
We must be intentional.
yes, intentional.
So
Yes.
listen, again, we're just glad that you stopped by and visited with us today, and we trust and believe that this particular episode of Empty Nest was a great benefit for you. And as Bernice stated, and I stated also, please pass this information on,
Yes.
because I believe that this was not dropped into our spirit just for naught. I believe that there's a reason behind it, and someone else needs to hear it besides us. All right.
Right, yeah.
So again,
Thank you guys for being with us today on Time is Together, where love grows stronger through the years.
God bless you. We love you.
What happens in a When all the children have left home and the career has ended, now we need to learn each other. After 46 years of marriage, I need to know who you are, and you need to know who I am. Can we have a honeymoon all over again? I still remember our first year.